everyone, it's Ashley here from World Organics. I just thought I would come on this morning and just show you a very quick and easy way to apply some of our World Organics makeup. If you're a mum like me or busy working woman, you probably don't find you've got many spare minutes in the day, especially in the morning, to be faffing around in the bathroom for an hour putting your makeup on. But if you're like me, sometimes I just like to leave the house feeling ready to face the world. I just feel a bit more refreshed. Don't feel frumpy and tired looking if I've managed to get a little bit of makeup on. So this is just a very quick and easy 5-minute makeup job. And as I said, it's using all World Organics makeup. So I'm going to start with our Purely primer here, which is in rose gold for my skin tone. We have two tones, but rose gold is the one that matches my skin. So I'm just going to apply that on as my base. I've done my skin with the Everyday Cleanser Toner Moisturiser. So you always want to make sure that you've got moisturiser on underneath your makeup before you apply your makeup. But the primer is just going to give you that lovely flawless coverage. It will allow the foundation to blend beautifully, and it's going to make your foundation last a lot longer during the day as well. Just that coverage will last longer. So I've applied that. Next I'm going to put on the Luminous foundation. This is in Rose Beige for me. So I'm just going to spot this on around my face, not forgetting the jawline. And then I'm going to use an amazing product that we sell called our Buffer Brush. I just couldn't live without this now to apply my foundation and cleanser. It just gives you such a lovely airbrushed, flawless coverage and just makes it so quick and easy to blend that foundation in without having to use your fingers. So I'm just going to use that to blend in everywhere, not forgetting around the hairline, down the neck, and the hairline as well. And it's just great to get into all those little places like around the nose, under your eyes. So there we go, that's the foundation blended in, I hope. Bit of a funny light in here. But next I'm going to apply our cream concealer. It will just warm up with the heat of your skin. So I'm using Rose Sand, which is a shade lighter than my foundation. If you were just applying the concealer by itself for some coverage, which you can do, you may want to match it to the colour of your foundation, but to go over top of foundation, going a shade lighter is good. So I'm just putting on a bit where I tend to get a bit red, or maybe some blemishes, so it's just going to give a bit of extra coverage around those areas. And again, I'm just going to take our amazing buffer brush, my best friend, and I'm just going to blend that concealer into the foundation. So I'm also blending it into the eyelids because that's going to make a lovely base for the eyeshadow, which we'll be putting on next. So just make sure that's all blended in under the eyes and getting into the corners where we get those dark patches around the nose, around the chin. Alright, there we go. So that's the concealer on. Next I'm going to use an eye palette called Espresso Love. So this is 4 colours, 4-colour palette. We've got Sable, Canvas, Silk and Bamboo. So we're just going to use the one palette today for everything. So I'm going to start with the crease brush, and I'm just using the Bamboo colour here. So I'm just going to go straight in, take the eyeshadow off the brush so I don't have any excess, and I'm going to start from the outer corner and go in. You want to start no further out than the corner, because you're going to blend with the blending brush afterwards, and you will blend outwards, so you don't want it to blend too far. So just starting at the corner is a great place. And do the other eye. And so I sort of just roll the brush, just sort of twist it, and I find that gets into the creases really nicely and sort of get a nice even coverage. Right, so I'm going to take our blender brush now, and I'm just going to soften that around, just blend it outwards a little bit and blend it under the eyes. Okay, next I'm going to take the colour Silk here, which is this lighter sort of pinky nudie colour, and I'm just going to take my flatter brush and I'm just going to put that on the eyelids, going right up to the crease, but I'm only sort of taking it 2/3 of the way out each side, because I'm going to, as I said before, blend it outwards, so I'm not taking it right out to the corners, because the blending brush will do that for me. So we'll do the other side. You could make this even quicker as well. I mean, you wouldn't even need to do eyeshadow. I'll also show you another day a nice look of just concealer and cream blush, bit of mascara. But anyway, so now we have the blending brush, so I'm just going to use that to blend into both corners. Here we go. And I'm just going to take that flat brush again, and I'm just going to use the really light colour up here, Canvas. So I'm going to use that in the corners, and then I'm going to use it on the top of my lids with the blending brush to highlight. But I'm just getting into those corners first, just where you get those dark patches. Right, so I take my blending brush and just put a bit of that colour up the top here, just to highlight and blend in with that brown, and just softens it a bit. Okay, next we're going to use the sable colour, which is the dark one here, with the angle brush, and I'm going to use that on the eyebrows for the eyebrow definition. So just following the line of your eyebrows, natural line, little strokes, so it looks like the natural way that your hairs would grow. Obviously if you've got beautiful dark full eyebrows, you get to skip this step, but I find it does make a huge difference in taking about 5 years off your age. So if you don't have those dark full brows like me anymore, I think it's worth doing. So there we go, and I'm going to use the same colour again, and I'm going to use that as my eyeliner just across the top lash lines, just because we're just doing makeup for a light day wear look today. There we go. If you want a deeper sort of more evening wear look, you can wet the brush first before you apply the eyeshadow as your eyeliner, and you'll get that deeper, darker, sort of more prominent pigmented look, which is lovely as well. But because it's day wear, I'm just going to stick with the dry eyeshadow, so I'm just going to blend that again with the blender brush a little bit, just to soften that. Okay, next I am just going to take our cream blush, which I'm using Lotus today, and that is a beautiful pink colour. It looks very pink when you hold it up to the light, but it goes on a beautiful colour. So I'm actually using this on my lips and my cheeks today. I'm going to dab a bit of it up here. There we go, isn't that lovely? No, we are going to blend it. While I've got it there, I'm just going to put a little bit on my lips. So this is lovely, just worn alone on your lips for a really nice natural look, or you can use it as a base under lip gloss and lipstick and mix and match your colours. That's what's lovely about World Organics makeup as well. It's just so versatile and colours all mix beautifully together. So I'm going to take my buffer brush again, and I'm just going to blend that cream blush down onto the apples of my cheeks like that, and it just gives you a natural flushed look rather than sort of starting at the apples and moving up. Right, and all we have left to do now is our mascara in black. So I'm just going to do the tops of my top eyelashes, just for a little bit of length and definition. Okay. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could do your bottom lashes as well. It just depends what's. Just get rid of that smudge. Just depends on the time factor for you. But as we're trying to keep it as quick and easy as possible, today we're just going to stick with the top lashes. And I'm doing a really rubbish job at applying it today, but never mind. So there we go, that's the very basic look. Obviously you can go simpler if you wanted to. If you did want to jazz it up a little bit, or you're going out in the evening and just wanted a little bit more glam, you could add a little bit of our luminizer. This is the rose gold one, so it's lovely if you just dab a little bit above the line of your blush. It just gives your skin that lovely radiant dewy look that we all love to have at this age. So I'm just sort of dabbing that gently and sort of blending it at the same time, just along with the blushes, and just a little bit there above my lip, a little bit on the top of my nose. So just applying it where light would naturally fall on your face. I find it's nice for evening wear, just to put a little bit on the tops of my lids as well there, just to get a little bit of shimmer and highlight. But obviously if you're just wanting to do a really quick makeup for the morning, for your day, you don't need to bother with the luminizer. If you have time, it's also good just to get a little bit of the mineral powder. This is our Botanical Loose Mineral Foundation. This one is in translucent, sorry. So this is just a good to sort of set the makeup so that it will last through the day for you. It's not going to run and get into those creases and things. I managed to just smear my mascara while I did that. It's a good look. There we go, just tidy that up a bit. You can also buy this mineral foundation in colours as well if you wanted to use the powdered foundation rather than the liquid, but I personally just love the luminous foundation. So there we go, all ready for the day, feeling a little bit more refreshed, just looking I think my skin looks a bit happier and healthier and a bit more radiant. So I hope you found that helpful. If you've got any questions about any of the products I use, or would like to purchase any of them, just send me a message or get in touch and I'd be happy to help. Thanks everyone, bye.